Guys, you're watching Boogie Travels, and today we have traveled to southern New Jersey for this, the Matchbox Road Museum. I've been told that they have basically one of every Matchbox in the world, with a collection of over 7,700 different figures. So let's go in and check it out. So taking a look at this place, apparently they have over 7,000 different pieces. I do see some duplicates, but if you look closely, you'll notice on these duplicates there are different variations. So most likely, most of the units here are unique in some way, either the year they were put out, or just colorization, or otherwise. So if you're going to have a complete collection, you definitely want to have all of the variations. Not only will you see Matchbox cars here as well, but if you take a look, you're going to see some old products from the past as well, including some racing car Pepsi Colas from 1967. I wonder how those taste. Here are some of the branded cars that I know that Matchbox has made over the years, including a Dentine truck, and that is related to the Dentine racing vehicle as well. There's a Folgers truck there in the back, and a Slim Jim truck as well as a Fiddle Faddle one. I love these branded Matchboxes. I would imagine some of these are probably very difficult to find. What other brands do you guys recognize? I'm seeing Lipton in the back, and a lot of other cool ones too. Caterpillar, Alliance, Straight Arrow, Royal Oak, Polaroid, DuPont. Tons of branded vehicles, including Valvoline, Smokin' Joe's. And yep, once you get up here to the top, you'll recognize that the reason these products are on the shelf is because they have their related cars with it. And of course, I'm very proud to show you the Mountain Dew collection. Nope, not Mountain Dew. That's Mellow Yellow. Little secret, back when I drank a lot of soda, I always preferred Mellow Yellow over Mountain Dew. Highly recommend it. Take a look at this place. There are just so many Matchbox cars. I think if you had literally all day, you couldn't see everything there is to see. Wow. I'm wondering if we'll find any that I recognize from my childhood. I really like this Coca-Cola car, though. It's got several variations of it. So the guy who owns the museum is not here, but they did open it up, and I just happened to get lucky. But if you see here he has a #1 Matchbox. And then I presume this is the #1 Matchbox vehicle with all of the different variations thereof. I'm not sure if that's exactly how this stuff is all organized, but that's the way it seems to me, because you've definitely got the same model, the same, I guess, die-cast pieces that have been painted differently in each of these little pieces of collection. So, what is a fantastic collection, no matter what. I'm really blown away by it. I forgot that they made boats and planes as well. Now, since I don't have a tour guide here today, I can't tell you what these are. But they are part of the Matchbox collection here. They seem to be oversized plastic versions of the same Matchboxes you would find elsewhere. I remember getting something very similar to one of these in a Burger King Happy Meal, or perhaps it was a Burger Queen Happy Meal when I was a child, so it reminds me of those. But I don't think that's what these are. But if you happen to know what these are, please let me know in the comments section below. As like I said, the owner of the museum is not here today, and I'm very lucky to get a sneak peek of what is here. But it's really got me scratching my head. All right, speaking of large cars, here we have the Gravedigger. This giant limousine, which apparently is related to Barbie. It felt like Barbie when I first saw it, but now that I see the Barbie next to it, we know for sure it's part of the real model collection. And up here is another McDonald's tractor trailer for a larger one, as well as a Budweiser one. Now this is a blast from the past. Here is a full collection that says Matchbox 75, so I'm going to presume this is a set from 1975, basically perfectly preserved. Wow, I wonder if this is how they sold them? Or if you were supposed to collect them? Down here, besides being the numbered ones, there are two that just say new. So maybe that was part of the collection if you bought it all as one set. But if this was made in 1975, and is now screwed to the wall here in 2019, that's a great job of preserving that. And here's another Matchbox 1975 set. And this set appears to all be gold figures as well. So I'd imagine this would have to be some sort of limited edition, very rare set with some really unique Matchbox cars in it. I have never seen this weird rhinoceros car. Or what is this? This is a wasp or a bee of some sort? Oh, and that car is turned over on its side. More tractor trailers, including ones that are designed to carry other Matchbox cars on their backs. Indy racer cars, Pennzoils, and one down here, and this is probably absolutely fascinating. That one looked like it's designed to carry a rocket. And that one carries the space shuttle. That's awesome. I had no clue that something like that existed for Matchbox. More branded trucks. We have Federal Express, Pepsi Cola, and of course, why wouldn't there be a Matchbox car that helps you deliver your Matchbox cars? Here we go, more sets and collections, including a James Bond License to Kill set, a Collectibles set, here's a Motor City set, farming equipment, construction equipment, the Federal Express set, World Beaters in Action, Skybusters gift set, the Motor City Super Play Pack. All of these still in really good condition. Some of these look like they're brand new right off of the shelf. And this one is fairly interesting as well. Look at this. This one is apparently imported from Japan, which it seems to be filled almost exclusively with American-style cars. An American-style school bus, an American-style rescue squad, even a vehicle from NASA, and an American-style cop car as well. Oh, and if you decide you want one of these Matchboxes for yourself, you can get them 2 for $1. So now you know what he does with his extras. All right, here we are in another larger section. These larger trucks, which I think are probably large enough to actually fit a few Matchbox cars into the back. We have more construction equipment. This one designed to carry a shell boat. These always kind of remind me of Transformers in that they're all die-cast with plastic parts. Definitely feels like a Transformer would fit right along these shelves. But obviously those are not Matchboxes. Those are made by somebody else. More large branded vehicles. This sun-faded Federal Express one. Another large Matchbox one. And then down here, some of my favorites, including Pepsi Cola, M&M's, the now defunct Toys R Us, Oreo cookies, Pizza Hut, and of course, once again, Federal Express. I guess that makes sense that you would have a lot of Federal Express Matchboxes because they're a very common truck in the United States, but wow, they have a lot. Again, a much larger toy here. That is the Tower 1 fire truck with a full extending ladder. And a little Santa Claus in a red convertible right next to it. A little odd pairing. And there are more fire trucks. There's another United States of America painted one. This one actually put onto a stand. The Snorkel number 1. This Rescue Fire Squad helicopter. Richard Petty vehicle. Venezia. Hose Company number 3. Texaco. Mobile. Miller. Oh, this one has to be very rare, and I love it. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. We're not too far from the north, so seeing Green Bay Packers here makes a lot of sense. Oh, and there's a Frosted Flakes truck as well. And I think this one is great. Once again, more of the much larger vehicles here. It's about twice the size as a normal Matchbox, it seems like. And they're absolutely cool and fantastic. I love these cop cars, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe I have a cop car of that size when I was a kid. It was one of my favorites. But I'm hoping to find my absolute favorite Matchbox car that I had when I was a kid. I'm keeping an eye out for it. I'll let you know if we see it. Here we are along the back wall. Even more old school, older style ones here. With these much older boxes, they really don't sell them like this anymore. It's kind of a shame. They're generally on blister packs, and it's difficult to keep the blister packs together. But if you ever wondered why they call them Matchbox cars, they were selling them in little matchboxes just like that. Here we have some team branded ones. 1990 Major Leagues Team Collectibles. There's 91 as well. 92, 93. And it just keeps going on. Baseball is represented, as is football. Looks like mostly the NFL, though. But yeah, very cool. Now, as a comedian, you know I love Rescue 911, and I never knew that they made a hit television series version of Matchbox cars. But these Matchbox cars have flashing working lights. I presume, since they are still in pack, it's hard to say for sure. But I would love to have that set. That's really cool. Once again, more branded trucks. This Levi's one is great. But guess which one caught my eye as a gamer? This Sega Truck has to be almost one of a kind. It's super cool. There's a Game Boy one as well. Look at that. Oh my god. I mean, there's still plenty more branded trucks as well. Plenty of Coca-Cola ones. There's a Kit Kat one, Puckford's, even Heinz ketchup. But the gaming ones, those are easily my favorites. Fantastic. Even more branded ones. Matchbox, Burger King, Campbell's Soup, BF Goodwrench, even Walt's Farm Fresh Produce, Breakaways, Federal Express, DHL. So many older brands that I haven't really thought of in many, many years. There's a Burger King's Kids Club one. I wonder if that one was given away in Burger King Kids Club packs. And next to it, Jurassic Park. So here we have some Matchbox cars tied into movies. Some of these are very bizarre. Rocky makes sense, we're not too far from Philadelphia. Mask, Ace Ventura, I Dream of Jeannie, but back here in the back, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Frankenstein, Leatherface, and the scariest one of them all, Gilligan from Gilligan's Isle. Oh, and the Wolfman's here too. I absolutely love this one. There is John Belushi from Animal House. Dude, that is incredible. I love it. Here we have a very cool Harley Davidson style motorcycle collection. Now, I don't think I've ever owned a Matchbox motorcycle, but clearly they made plenty. Some of these down here are a little larger than your average Matchbox as well. So, I think that one is maybe Evel Knievel. So at first I was really surprised by this. Talking Freddy Krueger. I was wondering why this would be in a Matchbox museum, but if you look in the top left corner, you will see the Matchbox logo. Clearly, this has been published by Matchbox, as well as this Max Effects set, where you can change the figure into Freddy Krueger. Still in really cool condition, too. That is a nice collectible. Here we have some of the more kid-style toys, including these Crash Test dummy figures and Looney Tunes Pro Racers with Daffy Duck, Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote, Tasmanian Devil. So the figures that I'm looking for would be the Dukes of Hazzard set. But here's the thing, with over 7,000 pieces, I feel like I could be here all day, and I definitely don't have all day because the guy who opened this place up for me wants to go soon. But I feel like I could be here all day and never find the pieces I'm looking for because this place is surprisingly huge. to be on someone's private property. These are yellowed and definitely from the past. It looks like the kind of collections you might have gotten in the 70s or 80s. Classy classics, super fast vehicles, working wheels, off-road riders, turbo racers. Yeah, these are definitely some older sets. And then in this section, along with the Matchbox cars, we're going to find some other branded toy sets. Not necessarily cars themselves, but here are the Thunderbirds collection. We have Voltron 2 in the corner, these Stingray toys, and a Skip It. I had no clue that Matchbox made Skip It, but here it is, part of the collection. Now these sets were very popular when I was a kid. Here we have Speed Track RPS, the Turbo 4000, also the Slipstream, and the Matchbox Speed Track. There was several Christmases that these electric tracks were absurdly popular. If you didn't have one, you were the nerd. Oh, and here in the corner it looks like, is that a My Little Pony carousel or is it just a carousel? Definitely coded to look like that. Oh, and Matchbox also made the Rubik's Magic strategy game. I've never seen that. But now that I see it, I want to have it. More unique and unusual toys. I don't even recognize that guy. Are these Weeble Wobbles or something else entirely? Some skulls and some pumpkins, some snowmen, holiday toys. Really just kind of bizarre, all the stuff that Matchbox eventually made. Crazy. Oh, and now that I've seen these, I'm particularly fond of them. Walt Disney Collection cars, including Pinocchio, Mickey, Daffy. I mean, there's some of them out of the box as well as on the blister pack. God, these are fantastic. There's a Popeyes car, and it's a steamroller, and if you look at the steamroller, there is a flattened Popeye on it. And then Popeye with his own vehicle with olive oil as well. Man, I love this place. Now, I do remember these, and I bet most of you will not, but they are Monsters in My Pocket. And I think they were heavily inspired by the Muscle line of toys. But here is some of them on the shelf. I don't know if this is a complete collection or not. In the background, you'll see these Monster in My Pocket howlers, the larger figures as well. But you've got all of the classics. There's the Werewolf and Frankenstein, even a Swamp Thing type of thing. Eerie light-up eyes, scary monstrous sounds. These were a really cool idea. I mean, there was a period of time where this is prime entertainment for a 5-year-old kid to collect little plastic toys like this. Muscles or Monsters in My Pocket. Yeah. It's basically Pokemon before it went electronic, I guess. I'm sure in this massive place I am missing some of the other playsets. But here is a Viewmaster Grand Prix. And then this Army-style playset as well, with all the camouflage. I do wish he had more of the playsets, because those I do definitely remember. I love seeing the cars, but I'd love to have a place to play with them as well. Ask and ye shall receive. Take a look along the walls here. You will see tons of the playsets, including the car wash, the railway, beachhead assault. They have them all. They just don't have them opened up and put out for display, but I imagine all of these would take a tremendous amount of room. But these playsets are incredible. I remember this one, the Fold and Go playset. Oh, and of course the way that we stored these as a kid was with these old classic showcases. That one must be as old as me. And before I leave, you can see my messy handwriting. They asked me to sign their visitor log, so they had a little memento of my visit. Check out all these cool people that have been here as well. I will warn you, if you decide to come here, they are not normally open on weekends. Call before you head here so they can let you know if they have an appointment available. But it's well worth the trip. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed this tour of the museum, do me a favor, drop a like on this video down below. If you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so that you can see these videos as I release them in the future. Plenty more videos like this on the channel, so go watch some more if you do me a favor. I would really appreciate it. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you soon. Now, before I leave, I'm going to go make sure they don't have the Dukes of Hazzard cars. I'd love to see them.